Hey everyone! So you want to master the entire chapter on sets in just 5 minutes? Well, you've come to the right place. We're going to cover exactly what you need to know for your exams. Let's lock in these concepts and get started. All right, let's kick things off with a little question to get our brains warmed up. What do these two groups have in common? All the months that start with the letter J and all the vowels in the English alphabet. Take a second and think about that. You got it. They are both perfect examples of what we call sets in math. You see, they're just collections of things where we know for sure what's supposed to be in the group and what's not. It's that simple. So, what is it that makes a group of things a proper mathematical set? It actually comes down to one single, super important rule. Here's the official definition you'll see in your textbook. A set is a well-defined collection of distinct objects. Now, I want you to burn that phrase well-defined into your brain. It is the absolute key to everything. It's the one thing that separates a real set from just some random collection of stuff. But what does well-defined actually mean, right? It sounds kind of simple, but trust me, this is the one idea that trips up most students in exams. So let's make sure we nail this down. And this slide shows the difference perfectly. A set has to be totally objective, no opinions allowed. So, all boys in your class, that's a set. We can make a list and there's no argument. But the most talented writers? See, that's just an opinion. My list of talented writers would be different from your list because it can change from person to person. It's not well defined. And if it's not well defined, it's not a set. Okay, so we know what a set is. Now, how do we actually write one down on paper? There are two main ways to do it, and you are absolutely going to be asked to switch between them on your test. So this part is really important. Here they are, side by side. The roster form is the easy one. You just list out every single element. Simple. The set builder form looks a little more formal, but it's just a rule. You read it out loud like this. V is the set of all elements X, such that X is of L. That little colon in the middle just means such that. So it's just a fancy way of stating the rule that all the elements follow. Both of these describe the exact same set, just in different ways. And hey, if you need a quick way to remember the difference, here's a little trick. Think of a sports team's roster. It's just a list of the players' names, right? That's roster form. Now think of a builder who uses a rule or a blueprint to build a house. That's your set builder form. All right, that's enough theory. Let's see how these ideas actually show up in your exam questions. It's time to put what we've just learned into practice. Here is a classic question you might see. They give you a set in roster form. That's our list. 1, 2, 6, 9, 18. And your job is to figure out which of these set builder rules correctly describes that list. Take a look at the options and see if you can figure it out. You know, the best way to tackle this is to just test each rule. Option A says x plus 1 equals 1. Well, that means x is 0. That's not our list. Option C gives us -3 and +3. Again, not our list. But look at option B. X is a positive integer and is a divisor of 18. Let's check. Is 1 a divisor of 18? Yep. Is 2? Yep. Is 3? Yep. Every single number in our list is a positive divisor of 18. So B is the one. Let's try one more. This one goes right back to that fundamental rule we talked about at the very beginning. Which of these is a true mathematical set? And, more importantly, can you say why? And this brings us right back to our core idea of being well-defined. The best cricket batsman? That's totally subjective. It's an opinion. There's no single right answer, so it's not a set. But all even integers? That's a hard fact. A number is either even or it's not. There's no debate, there's no opinion, which makes it a perfect, well-defined set. Fantastic work! We've covered the absolute essentials of what sets are and the two ways we write them. Let's do a super quick summary to make sure these key points are locked in your memory before you test yourself. Look, if you remember nothing else from this, remember these 3 things for your exam. Number 1, a set must be well-defined. Number 2, well-defined means it's based on fact, not opinion. And number 3, you can either write it as a list, which we call roster form, or as a rule, which we call set builder form. That's it. All right, now it is your turn. Go ahead and pause the explainer, grab a pen and paper, and seriously try to solve these 10 questions. They cover every single thing we just talked about. This is the absolute best way to prove to yourself that you've really got this down. Good luck.